Hello and welcome to another installment of Comparative Reasoning. I'm your host, Cedric Kennedy, and today we'll be talking about murder hornets and Trump exposed Obamagate. And you just might be wondering, how are those things conflicted? I guess I'll just jump right on into it because it's all about what you believe, and but there's a problem with that. So here we go. First time I heard of murder hornets, the first thing that jumped through my head was they must be talking about the Japanese hornet. And then it's like murder hornets invade America. And I'm thinking, okay, so instinctually what I've done for myself is I group America as in, America. And I group the United States as the United States. So even Mexico is America. Canada is America because we're all the Americas. And yet I do know what they are really saying because they're, just selfish, self-imposing snobs. So, all right. Because, we're number one in death toll and number one in cases and number one in not handling it. So to distract everybody from this, you gotta have the murder hornets. They're here, and they cut the heads off of bees, and they show pictures of them. They show the close-up pictures of these hornets, and some are just regular hornets, not even the Japanese hornet or cousin, the Asian hornet. Oh no, but they don't even call it that. They could call it that, but they don't. Oh no, because if you just call it the Japanese hornet, or you call it, the Asian hornet, because you don't know if it came from Japan or China. Oh, no, that's not sexy. No one's going to really go with that. They don't really care. But when you call it a murder hornet, think about what it's killing. No, it goes automatically to you. But it's going to kill us. It's going to kill us. The murder hornet, it kills people. So I waited, and I bide my time. Because I know the one person right now that I could trust when it comes to talking about hornets would be Coyote Peterson. He calls himself Coyote because, the self-belief is to call it Coyote and not Coyote. Native Americans came up with it. Why do we not pronounce it their way? But by now we've bastardized them into the belief system that they got to pronounce it our way. And that's probably what some of them stick with. Because belief is more important than reality. So, Coyote Peterson, he goes over it. He talks about it. And basically, you don't bother them, they won't bother you per se. Basically, don't make them feel threatened. So if you get up close to them, you're breathing on them, they're going to come after you. They're gonna feel threatened. Typically in bee-type insects, it seems like human breath and carbon dioxide agitates them, and they'll go after that. It's almost like a good signal. If they're on something and you smack it by chance, that they're gonna come after you. Mess with their nest, they're gonna come after you. So he goes over that. But the thing is, as he said, only one was found here, and it was dead. But the news won't say that because they need ratings and they need to distract you from the follies of Donald Trump. And just a week before that, there was a thing released about pilots all of a sudden, once again, and I've gone over this in the past, they see UFOs, unidentified flying objects. And there's multiple sightings. Wow. But that didn't last long. Most people don't even think that those are real anyway. So, yeah, we've got that. But you know what? You got to make people believe it. So you stay murder hornets. You say it enough. And now they're like, man, where are they? Where are they going to be? Where are they going to show up? I've seen some hornets yesterday. I've seen some hornets last week. Man, I remember 2 years ago, I saw this hornet nest. I bet it was them, even though they only got here this year. Because that's what people do. Because, we're number one on intelligence, too. I saw them last year, although they just got here a couple of weeks ago to a month ago. But hey, and it was dead. It was dead. They say it flew here. Nope. Even I know they're not going to, swim the Pacific. Fly the Pacific Ocean all the way here. Well, they could stop in Hawaii. It's like, okay, they're going to travel the distance of like 4 United States to make a pit stop and then travel the length of North Carolina or whatnot just to get. No, it's not happening. Critical thinking is like the number one enemy of people.
Hawaii is the Hornet rest stop.
Oh, that's what it is?
Yeah.
Hawaii is the Hornet rest stop. They got to rest somewhere, man. They got to rest somewhere. No matter where you come from, you stop at Hawaii and you rest. I've always wanted to know how to properly pronounce Hawaii. So, because you just can't be that. It's got to sound cool. So, murder hornets, nope, just the Japanese hornet, or it might be the hornet that its cousin from China. They did fly there, on a whim, because they can make that. Be tired, but they can make it. But you know what? They couldn't call it the Chinese hornet because they didn't know if it really came from there. So they don't even call it the Asian hornet because they can group China and they know people will group it with China, but they know that it originates in Japan for the best of our knowledge. So, yeah, you got to think about that because, it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier to fool somebody than it is to convince them that they've been fooled. Well, what's this got to do with Obamagate? Well, you got to, one, I'm covering one thing that I want to talk about before, and I'm covering this because it all leads into this because belief is more important than reality. So Trump wants to expose Obama for the horrible thing that he did, that thing that he know he did. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I know about this. A lot of white people might not know this, but sometimes a girl, she gonna mess up another girl. Why? Well, ain't nobody gonna know, but she'll tell you what it was. She thinks she cute. That's it. She thinks she cute, so I had to mess her up. It's like, what? Yeah, she got full of herself. Well, what'd she do? She know. Go talk to her. She know. Okay. And if you go talk to her, what's the girl gonna say? I don't know what the fuck is going on. She crazy. And you're gonna be like, okay, I'm out of this. That's the best thing you can do. And after that happens twice, you know what you start doing? I ain't got nothing to do with this. I said, why she did that? I don't know. I guess she got a problem with it and just walk off. That situation got nothing to do with me. So what does Trump do? Because UFOs isn't working. Murder hornets isn't working. Matter of fact, Joe Biden's sex scandal, his molestation of this woman, and yes, I do truly believe that is what happened because this woman has no reason to get out, expose herself, and become the pariah of the United States inhabitants just to say one dude did this. No, that is literally putting your life, in the hands of people that you will never know, to expose the truth of someone that when they get to a certain level, you're like, you can't do this. They did it to Brett Kavanaugh. It's like, wait a minute, this dude's a jerk and he's going to be on Supreme Court. I have got to say something. That is when the activism come out. That is literally do or die. And these females exercise that right there. It is do or die. And people don't believe them because we have a system, a country, a group of everyone that says you are lying. You are to be seen as nothing worthless. And if you also want to be religious about it, it's in the Bible that a woman should not be believed or listened to. She shall not teach a man. She's to shut her mouth, know her place. Simple as that. So that's how that is. I mean, think about it. You're a woman, you get, drugged and you get taken outside and raped next to a dumpster. And to prove it, someone says, well, you can't do this to my son for just a few moments of fun. Oh, wow. That can't be an admittance now, can it? You can't go with, you can't, you got to believe Biden when he says it didn't happen because I mean, he's the one that's been touching and feeling on everyone for the longest. He's the one that when someone says the most accurate thing to him to get a, for a question or to quote him, he's the first one to turn around, grab somebody by the lapels and tell him to calm down when he really is talking to himself. Don't get so excited. Calm down. Think about that. The first one to insult somebody, oh yeah, he cut himself off, well, you know what, you ought to be quiet, you're fat, and then kept, said something else, yeah. So yes, that's why I believe him. He's got too much of a bad history, and so what does Trump have to do to fight this? Because it's not working, it's not working. Trump's base is maxed out. It's maxed out. All he can do is slowly but surely lose people. But with Patriot checking, that's not going to happen. So, UFOs don't work. Murder hornets don't work. Joe Biden himself isn't working. So what do you got left? Well, it's simple. You attack the black guy. Oh, well, you might be wondering, well, okay, why would you say that? Oh, it's simple, because it's easy. It's simple because it'll work, usually. See, here's the thing. 1/3 of this country diehard Trump. And within that, you might have a tiny sprinkle of people saying, oh, no, Trump might be a dick. I don't know. He might not be as perfect as we all know he is. So what happens here with Obamagate? Because, you probably wonder what is Obamagate? What is the worst crime that he could actually commit? What has happened? What did he do that is so egregious that Trump just can't let it go? Here's what he did. Let me explain. All right, because I'm going to tell you what Obamagate is. Obamagate is we hate black people so much, we will believe things not said, make up things about things that didn't happen. And it's all because, not that he's black, but because we're stupid. That's it. If you're racist, you're stupid. Nothing less. If you hate someone because of the color of their skin, you stupid. If you hate someone because of the color of their skin, but you don't say that, you just keep saying we don't like the policies that Obama, in general, compared to Trump, was very people friendly. As I said, compared to Trump. But hey, red, even if we're dead, right? Blue, no matter who. So, when Trump says Obama did this horrific thing, he just has to say that and then be quiet. And then make you feel stupid. Didn't he make you feel stupid? Well, what is this thing, Mr. Trump? Mr. President, what is this thing? And, well, everybody knows. Don't act like you don't know. And isn't that just a little bit too goddamn fourth grader? Well, everybody knows this. Then you're like, well, yeah, everybody knows. So yeah, I do know, but I just want to hear it from you because, I want you and I to tell everybody, what we know, but it's best they hear it from the president. That's what he could have said. That's what he should have said. But nope, Obama think he cute. Basically, what's happening is he knows his base is going to come up with every single thing, try to find every single bad thing that Barack Hussein Obama did. All right. He knows his base is going to do what they can to demonize him further. They are going to make up every level of any and everything. So, what's natural? What's natural? Not just Trump's base will be doing this, but so-called progressives, so-called, forward-thinking Democrats, they're gonna do it, and they're already starting it. What is Obamagate? Take a poll. TYT is doing a poll, and I know it's a mock. I know it's a mockery, and I know it's satire. But the thing is, people are going to start feeding into that. They're going to keep talking about Obamagate. They're going to keep on going. I don't think I'm going to bring it up ever again, but they're going to keep bringing it up. And as they bring it up, it's going to give validity to something that is not even real. And that is the part of all progressives, liberals, Democrats, whatever the fuck you want to call them. That is the problem with every single one of them. The Republicans can make something up or create something out of thin air, and then the Democrats got to defend, got to denounce, got to do anything that's anti-it, and it gives it validity, it gives it life, and people just buy into it even more, because then you have every single staunch partisan and Republican out there just saying it's real. Even the Democrats are talking about it. Even the progressives are talking about it. So then it becomes real. Even if the Republicans, don't believe it, they use it as it's great ammo and that gun of stupidity that they have. So that is what Obamagate is. It is just that. And why? Because you can easily demonize a black person. You can easily cut a black person down. You can chase them down and shoot them. You can bust into their house and kill them. You can shoot them even if they don't have a weapon and kill a kid behind them. You can do any and everything. You can kill them in the car next to their girlfriend. You can choke them out in public. You can do everything and get away with it. So when you can demonize a black man and say this black man is in charge of all the horrific things that's happened, he is evil and he was president and he's linked to the one person that couldn't do jack shit without serving as vice president, then you start to downplay that vice president. And that's the only way he's going to be able to take down Joe Biden before he has to get up there and humiliate him. Because if he can, and here's the thing, it could work against him. All of this can work against Trump because, if you hate Obama, then you're going to hate Biden. That's just by default. And the Republicans already are like that. They're already there. But you know what? Just imagine he goes on this constantly, consistently. He doesn't back off. He doesn't back down. And this goes on for another month and a half. All right. This goes on for another month and a half. People, they start waking up. And that's going to happen. Because he's going to go at it. It's going to be Obamagate. It's going to be this. And people are going to look into it. Actually start looking into it. It takes a while for people to wake up and be like, wait a minute. Is it true? Is what the news media telling me true? And they might search for it online, or they might actually listen, because right now it'll just be Obamagate. This is on everyone's lips, yada, 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 yada. And Trump wears out his welcome, because it's going to be a whole bunch of nothing. Biden weathers the storm. Trump has nothing left other than insults. And if Obama comes out and says something on the lines of, we are not a racist country, we are a country of positive, free thinkers that want the best for our children, the best for our neighbors, the best for our family. And no matter what any one hateful person says about me, the truth is we will do what we can for our fellow man, for our brothers, our sisters, our fathers, and our mothers. And that is why I am putting all of my support into Joe Biden for his campaign against Donald Trump, because we need to get truth back into Washington. He said something on the lines of that, which could be taken down and annihilated in about 20 minutes. But people don't check. Those that actually vote, they're not watching progressive media. They're not. They're watching MSNBC. They're watching ABC, Fox News, and all that. The people that actually vote, that's what they're doing. And that's where Obama will be heard. And while progressives tear it down, the partisan Democrats will eat it up. And that is how you get Joe Biden presidency. Because it'll make the Republican racists just stop and say, I can't vote for Trump because that's just too bad. That's how you do it. It's not about outvoting someone. It's just about making sure that the others don't vote. And that's what happened with Sanders. Young people didn't vote. Older people, paid media people watching, yeah, they voted. Those older people, they voted. Just like when it comes to this election, the older people are going to vote on both sides. Difference. Trump's base ranges from the youngest to the oldest, and they're all going to try to vote. Because if he can get them to hate Obama that much again, they got to, because they just don't like a black man. And honestly, it's kind of killing me because they liking a black man that made sure to let you know that he ain't black. I don't know how you're gonna take that. I don't know how he's gonna take that. But right now, it's turning into Trump versus Obama. And I'm gonna promise you this. This is the truth. Once it becomes Trump versus Obama, Obama will win, even if the one in that seat is Joe Biden. This is Cedric Kennedy for Comparative Reasoning. Thank you for listening.